Terence Crawford claps back at Errol Spence and downplays that there's really any turmoil with Bob Arum. Smash the like button. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest. Now, let's jump right into it. I did it unpacked, and it goes in depth on this same subject matter, but I thought this was interesting. I got to do another, short form video kind of talking about a different angle of it. Crawford did an interview with Dan Rayfield, and the link is in the description. You guys see the title. Crawford on Spence purse demands maybe that wreck knocked a couple screws loose. And in the unpack, I kind of explored, did he go too far? Did he cross the line? To me, I think Errol Spence has never, from what I've seen, anytime Crawford is referenced, he makes it about the fight. What Crawford did was made it about something way different and personal. Errol Spence says, I'm the big dog in the welterweight division. Crawford has to take a back seat and take the 60-40 split, 70-30 or whatever we give him. Again, this is all about boxing, saying, hey, I'm the top dog, I'm the big fish in the welterweight division where they fight 147. He got to take this split to make a fight with Errol Spence. You take this split. Crawford, he went on his own, and his team continues to talk about Errol Spence's accident. Again, for more on that, check my Unpacked. It's a longer video. I will link it in the description as well, so you guys can see that. And Crawford said, it almost sounds like he thinks I'm desperate. Is he desperate for the fight? Hell no. I'm in a good place in life right now. I'm having fun, chilling out, having kids, and enjoying my life, said Crawford. His wife gave birth to their 6th child. He said, I don't worry about things that I can't control. I mean, like everybody, I always got an opinion, and I laugh at a lot of other people's opinion that said I haven't fought anybody. I just laugh like this guy, Errol, he's on his high horse. Maybe that wreck knocked a couple screws loose, just out of pocket to keep referencing the DUI and stuff like that. Again, when Errol Spence mentions Crawford or is asked about Crawford, he makes it about the fight. To each his own. People could say and do whatever they want, which is why I'm doing this video and giving my thoughts. From what I've seen, Errol Spence, he's only talking about the fight, and I got the options. I'm the big fish and man down. I got a better boxing resume. It is Crawford who's taking the, more of the low blows, the proverbial low blows when it comes to talking about this, saying, hey, the wreck must have really did this to him and his team, Bomac and Bernie, Team Crawford guys. They have continually talked about this mistake. It's an obvious mistake that Errol Spence has made. I'm sure almost losing your life is definitely paying for it. I'm not going to hold that against him, man. You know what I'm saying? I never personally had no DUIs, but at the end of the day, people go through mistakes. I don't hear Errol Spence constantly berating Crawford and or bringing up Crawford's trials and tribulations throughout his life or career, especially when it don't have nothing to do with boxing. Like talking about when Crawford went into the auto body shop and, the auto body mechanic owner said his car got stolen and Crawford didn't pay and all. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's bringing up that stuff. He's saying, I'm the top dog. So to me, it's not a good look for Crawford to continually, not take the high road and make it out about something that it really is not even about. Now, this was interesting, which is why I had to make a separate video. For more of my thoughts on the whole low blow commentary, check that Unpacked video. Crawford also tamped down the notion that there's tension between him and Bob Arum, said remarks Arum made around the Brook fight. Arum said he's losing money on Crawford fights, that Crawford needs to be better with the media and do a better job of bringing attention to himself and his events, and that Crawford hampered the promotion of the Brook fight by delaying the signing of the contract for weeks, even though everything was agreed to. So you see in pink is highlighted for you guys. Regarding if there is a beef or tension with Bob Arum, Crawford said when asked if there was any issues between him and Arum, not really. Quote, Bob Arum hasn't said anything to me directly, nothing to me direct. I saw him do a couple interviews, but that's Bob Arum. He's entitled to say how he feels and say what he wants. I'm entitled to feel how I feel and say what I want. But the difference between me and him is if I got a problem with someone, I'm going to take it up with that someone. Once again, it's shocking that Terence Crawford and his whole team, they just seem to be passing this off as, oh, that's just Bob. He's Bob being Bob. Bo Mac did an interview on a podcast, and he literally said, that's just Bob being Bob. I expect stuff like this, and he's an older gentleman and things like that. So it leads people to believe, like, is Terence Crawford planning on re-signing with Top Rank? Because it seems like he's trying to keep the peace with Bob Arum, you know? And it's funny from the outside looking in as a neutral party to see that Terence Crawford and his team continue to give Bob Arum, who is damaging Crawford's brand more than, you know, with the statements he's made. Even if it's true, you could still keep that in-house. Even guys like Sean Porter came out and said more or less what I just said. And every time Gary Russell Jr. has something to say about Crawford, you know, when he does respond, says, I'll break your effing neck, things like that. But Bob Arum is damaging your brand by saying, you're okay, so let's get this straight. Terence Crawford is claiming he's the A side. He deserves the lion's share of the money when it comes to an Errol Spence fight. But your own promoter is not helping you help make that case because he's telling the whole world that I lose money, as depicted in this article, right? He says Crawford needed to do a better job with media and bring attention to himself in his events. He's losing money, right? He said a lot of things are untrue, what's being said that I don't like, but I'm not going to elaborate on it. I'll let them save face. So, you know, to me, this is just a bad take for Terence Crawford, straight up. You know, phenomenal talent, great fighter. He's pictured with another great fighter, Shakur Stevenson. It's a bad take. Bob Arum keeps saying anything he wants, whatever he wants about Crawford, and Crawford just accepts it publicly. That's what's being shown. That's what's being shown to the whole world is your promoter could say whatever and put you in fights that ultimately aren't going to get you the most hype and the most credit, things like that. But Crawford seems okay with this. He says, I'm chilling, I'm in a good spot in life and things like that. And the narrative is just to paint Errol as he's ducking, but a lot of people feel a different way. A lot of people feel that it's Crawford, by making the poor business decisions that he continues to make and not at least exploring what it could be if he were to link up with the PBC, which seems to hold all the cards outside of himself in the welterweight division. Yeah. And it's just, to me, the energy, it's almost like misplaced anger. You know, you have Bob Arum who says, you know, you got to respect Bob Arum for at least keeping it a buck, whether you believe it or agree with him or not. At least he's staying true to himself. But for him to say anything that comes to mind, even at the point of disparaging his own fighter, Terence Crawford, and hurting his stock and hurting his brand and star power, and for Crawford and his whole team to publicly just say like, that's just Bob. Not really. There's no tension, and downplay the whole situation. It's hard for me to, as a real man, it's hard for me to respect that approach. Not saying I don't respect Terence Crawford, because I do respect him. I respect his, you know, lineage and his fight game, his skills. But I'm saying as a man, it's hard to see your intentions and respect the move that's being made when anybody else that got smoked for Crawford publicly, in terms of like talk bad about him, talk about his family, talk about his skill set, say he ain't fought nobody. He got energy for all that. But the one person that is seemingly Al Capone and untouchable is Bob Arum. Bob Arum can continue to say, hey, I'm not going to apologize for what I'm saying about you, right? Even at the bequest, and people are ridiculing it like Dana White, right? Myself, like, we don't understand it. Bob Arum can say that. Look, I don't care if Crawford got mad at me. Just look at it. Just a simple Google search. Bob Arum says, I don't care if Crawford got mad at me. I'm losing money on him. It's all documented. So that's the great thing about the internet. Bob Arum says, I don't give a ish if his team gets mad at me. The business is not about getting mad. What I'd say that was wrong. The business is about facts and the reality of the situation, said top-ranked promoter Bob Arum. I'll show him how much we've lost on his fights. I'm no longer in the business of losing money on Terence Crawford, said Arum. If we did this fight with Spence and put our money in for half and Crawford wins and Al Haymon wants to sign him, be my guest for Christ's sakes. So Bob he's just out here, cutthroat, saying what he wants. Terence Crawford is trying to pander to the fans and tell people that he's somehow the A-side, which is unbelievable. You got Errol Spence, as you guys see in this picture, with 2 belts. You have 1 belt. And you're still trying to convince people that you're the A-side. Your own promoter is not helping you. He's not helping you make that case. Point blank, period. And your promoter, your own promoter, who you says, when it comes to questions from Dan Raphael, is there any tension between the two? You say, not really, you know, not really. Everything's cool. You know, that's just Bob being Bob. He also goes on to say, I never said anything about leaving Top Rank or signing with PBC or anything. I never said anything. I'll tell you like I told everyone from the jump. I'm with Top Rank right now. That's my promotional company. In the future, who knows what the future may hold. When the time comes around, we could revisit the conversation about that. Until then, I'm signed with Top Rank. So just to me, this is just my opinion, obviously. I'm just one man with an opinion. It's weird. You're trying to get 50-50, 60-40. Your promoter's pretty much saying you're not worthy of 60-40 because you can't even promote yourself like 20 some odd year olds. Teofimo and Shakur Stevenson, who are also on Top Rank. You can't promote yourself like Mayweather. You don't have 2 belts, which is an actual fact. But you don't ever go at Bob Arum. Weird energy. I don't know what it is. Maybe, I don't know. I can't tell you. Maybe Terence Crawford's loyalty will be his downfall. Phenomenal fighter, but to me, I can't understand that behavior. Like, you stand your ground with anybody else except for Arum, and your whole team almost knows, at least from publicly, what they're displaying. Everybody seems to be on the same page when it comes to that. Just stand down, let Bob live, let Bob be him. So, you know, it's hard for me to feel like you're uncomfortable in your situation because you sound oh so comfortable. This is just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Crawford made it a point to let people know that there's no real tension. He keeps downplaying that. You know, the message is just, for me, it's not coming across right. Terence Crawford keeps saying, I don't need Errol. Errol needs me. You know, the fight is dead. He wants this amount of money. He wants 60-40, and unless it's 60-40 my way, the fight will never happen. You know, I don't need Errol for my legacy. Things that, like that. I don't care if the fight happens. But then you keep talking about Errol. You're taking low blows and talking about the car wreck. You know, you don't have, and on top of all of that, you don't have the same energy for Arum. I personally don't understand it. My thoughts. Drop yours in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, hi, I'm Mike Tyson, come and watch my fight. Floyd Mayweather, easy work, I'm rich. And Manny Pacquiao, yes, it's up to my promoter, just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All 3 apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego, signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.